Hello dear students, today we shall be going to discuss reactivity series of metals. As we everybody know, metals react with air, water, acids, bases and different reagents. And by reacting with those reagents, metals form different types of compounds. But there are different metals. Do all metals react equally? The answer to the question is all metals are not equally reactive. Some metals are more reactive while some others are less. The question comes to our mind now, how do we come to know that some metals are more reactive and some are not? And the second question comes to our mind is, how can we arrange the metals on the basis of their reactivity? To understand this, we are going to discuss our today's topic, reactivity series of metal. To understand this, let us first try to understand this experiment. To perform this experiment, we have taken a beaker. In this beaker, we have placed some copper sulfate solution. The color of the copper sulfate solution is blue. Into this blue colored copper sulfate solution, we have immersed an iron nail. Now if we keep this apparatus for some time, we will see after some time in the beaker, the blue color of the copper sulfate solution will not be there. Means the blue color has disappeared and in place of that, a light green color has appeared in the solution. So the question comes to our mind is, where has the blue color of the solution gone? The answer is, since there are two metals reacting with each other, that is iron and copper in the copper sulfate solution, there is a reaction between these two, and in this reaction copper is displaced from the copper sulfate solution and iron itself has reacted with sulfate and has produced ferrous sulfate. The color of the ferrous sulfate is green, and that is why the blue color has changed to light green color solution. To understand this activity, we have this chemical reaction where iron nail reacted with the blue colored copper sulfate solution. For this reason, the copper from the copper sulfate solution has been displaced and ferrous sulfate has been produced. So here copper is displaced by iron. In this displacement reaction indicates that iron is more reactive than copper, and that is the reason why copper is displaced by iron. From this experiment, it is very clear that iron is more active than copper. That is why we have the conclusion here, the more active metals displace less active metals from their salt solution. Now if we take now more examples, like in the same experiment, in place of iron nail, if we place a zinc rod, similar phenomenon will occur, and zinc will displace copper from copper sulfate solution to produce zinc sulfate. So in this chemical reaction also it is very clear that zinc is more active than copper. In the earlier reaction, iron was more active than copper, and in the second chemical reaction, zinc is more active than copper. So from these two chemical reactions, it is very clear that both zinc and iron are more active metal than copper. So we can arrange it is like that, zinc and iron are more reactive than copper. Now the third example we are taking, we are now changing the copper sulfate solution and for that we are keeping ferrous sulfate solution. Into the ferrous sulfate solution, if we place a zinc rod, the chemical reaction will show that this time iron will be displaced and zinc will produce zinc sulfate. And this chemical reaction will give us a clear idea that zinc is more active than iron. In the first two, we have come to know that zinc and iron are more active than copper. But now between zinc and iron, which one is more active? For that this chemical reaction will help us that zinc is more active than iron. So now three metals we have zinc, iron and copper. If we arrange them on the basis of their chemical reactivity, we will get zinc is the most reactive metal amongst these three. Then will come iron, and copper is the least reactive metal among the three metals we have considered: zinc, iron and copper. Thus, metals can be arranged into a series on the basis of their decreasing reactivity, and that series is called as reactivity series of metal. In our activity series, we have considered only three metals, but in the periodic table there are many metals, and the most important metals can be arranged on the basis of their decreasing reactivity in this order. The order is: the most reactive metal is potassium, then comes sodium, and accordingly calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen and copper. So this is the reactivity series of metal, and this is very important. You have to remember this reactivity series of the metal. Here I have given a clue. By using this clue, you can easily remember this order of the reactivity. For that you have to remember this simple sentence: please stop calling me a careless zero. I like him calling smart guy. Here please will be denoting potassium, stop for sodium, calling calcium, me magnesium, A aluminium, careless carbon, zero zinc, I iron, like lead, him the hydrogen, calling copper, smart silver, guy gold. So please stop calling me a careless zero. I like him calling smart guy. We'll give you this order: potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, carbon, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, silver and gold. The symbols are given in this chart. However, you are getting two non-metals like carbon and hydrogen in the activity series. But if you remove carbon and hydrogen, you will get only the metals as reactivity series of metal. Thank you.